Is it worth putting in a pool before you sell your house? Should you gut your kitchen? What about adding a whole new primary suite? If you're getting ready to sell your home anywhere in the East Bay, I bet someone in your life has already told you to do at least one of these projects. I'm about to tell you why that advice could cost you tens of thousands of dollars for absolutely nothing. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what not to fix before you sell your home, what actually is worth your money, and how to tell the difference so you are not the one who ends up paying for your buyer's dream kitchen. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jenn Collins. I help people buy and sell homes and figure out where exactly they want to live here in the Tri-Valley and throughout the East Bay. Most of the people we work with are relocating, upsizing, downsizing, or just trying to make a smart move without regretting it later. And that's exactly what this channel is here for. So let's get into it. Lots of people think you need to spend money to make money. Redo the kitchen, add a bathroom, put in a pool, and your house sells for way more money. That's what 15 years of home renovation shows have trained us all to think. But here's what's actually true. Most of these big projects do not pay you back what you put into them, especially when buyers already have plenty of other houses to choose from. The real question isn't, what can I fix before I sell? It's more nuanced than that. The real question is, what should I leave for a buyer to do, and where can I get the best return on my improvement investments? Let's go through it project by project. Let's start with the projects that feel like they should pay off big and they just don't. First up is pools. Just imagine you live in Danville and you're weighing whether or not to put in a pool before you list your home for sale. A pool in our area can easily run you well into six figures once you factor in the permitting and structural work our local building codes require. Once you get the home appraised, the appraiser is going to look at the house down the street that sold without a pool and give you a credit for a fraction of what you spent. You'll likely recoup about half of what you spend on a lot of these bigger projects, and a pool is often on the lower end of that. That's a real gap between what you put in and what you get back out when it comes time to sell. If you plan on staying in your house for 10 years or more, and your kids are going to grow up in that pool, wonderful. By all means, build it and then go enjoy it. But if you're planning to sell in just the next year or two, it's not the right move. Second, full kitchen and full bathroom remodels. I have clients in Pleasanton tell me that they're ready to create an island, relocate the electrical for the range, and install all brand new cabinets. Just imagine that project. Honestly, I've lived through that project. A full gut job like that can easily climb well into six figures depending on the finishes you choose. My advice, if you're selling soon, is to do a refresh, not a demolition. Paint the cabinets, swap out the hardware, install a new faucet or lighting fixtures, and make sure the garbage disposal actually works. Then do the same thing with the bathroom. Work with the layout that you have. Install new flooring, a nicer light fixture, and updated hardware. They all go a long way. You'll get it looking fresh without paying for someone else's dream kitchen or bathroom. Third is adding a primary suite. I get this question often. Homeowners want to add on to their primary bedroom to create a primary suite before they sell. Here's the challenge. In addition means permits, inspections, and months of time you probably don't have if you're trying to sell. And right now, time is money. I would not recommend this move if selling soon is the goal. All of these bigger projects take a lot of time and even more investment. When you're spending tens of thousands of dollars or even over $100,000 on one of these projects, it's risky to try to predict where the market will be in 4 to 6 months once the work is complete. What if you invest that money and the market softens by 5 or 10%? Now you've invested time and money into a home that is no longer going to give you the return you were hoping for. It's usually much better to work with smaller refresh projects that can be done in a matter of weeks than to try to bite off one of these big, costly improvements. If your stomach is sinking a little right now because you already started one of these big projects, it's okay. None of this is unfixable, and I'm going to tell you exactly what does pay off in just a few minutes. Drop a comment below and tell me which one of these surprised you the most. I'd love to hear from you. If you're anywhere in the Tri-Valley or East Bay and you're thinking about what to fix before you list your home, I'd love to chat with you. No pressure, just an honest walkthrough of what's worth doing and what isn't. If you're outside of our direct service area, maybe you're leaving California altogether, I have a network of expert vetted agents I trust with my own family, and I'm happy to make that connection for you. Next up are things I'd only patch, not replace. Now, let's talk about the stuff people replace when they really just need to fix it. Doors and windows are a big one. Most buyers do not have on their wish list, the doors have to be top of the line. If your doors are looking dated, paint them and change the hardware. Same thing with windows. If a window is broken or actively leaking, please repair it. But replacing every window in the house with a premium manufacturer before you sell almost never pays you back, because most buyers are simply not comparing houses based on window brand. Roofs, furnaces, and air conditioning units all fall into their own bucket. Don't replace an aging roof outright. Instead, get a roof specialist out to certify that it's in good working condition with no active leaks. That certification can matter a lot more at the negotiating table than a brand new roof. The same logic applies for an old furnace or AC unit. Get it inspected. If it's not passing inspection, look at maybe a refurbished or closeout model rather than a top-of-the-line brand new unit. Buyers want to know that systems work. They are not shopping for the fanciest brand name on your furnace or AC. So that brings us to what actually is worth your money. What projects should you tackle? Number one is paint. Every time. A fresh, neutral, warm white throughout the entire house is the single highest return project you can make. Skip anything with strong color. Buyers need to be able to picture their own life in the house, not yours. Grab our paint guide and other seller resources by scanning this QR code right here. Next up, clean your windows professionally. I don't mean just spray them with water. I once had a home inspector flag a window as actually having a broken seal simply because it was so dirty he couldn't really tell. That's a cheap and easy fix with a real payoff. And if you have popcorn ceilings, scrape them off. I know it's messy, but it instantly makes your house feel about 20 years younger. And if you have wallpaper that's been up since a previous decade and it started yellowing, take it down. Just imagine a buyer walking through your home. They want to see fresh paint, clean windows, and no dated wallpaper. That's the version of your house that sells the fastest and sells for what it's worth. So let's answer this question directly. Should you fix it or leave it before you sell? If you live in the East Bay and you're thinking about a pool, a full kitchen gut, a complete bathroom remodel, or adding a primary suite, you should probably plan to skip that. Do the smaller facelift instead and put that money towards your next move. If you own an older home with a roof, a furnace, or an AC system that's nobody's touched in years, don't replace it quite yet. Get it certified or inspected and fix only what's failing. And if you're staying put with no plans to sell anytime soon, keep up with the maintenance as you go so you're not staring down a giant bill all at once when you do decide to sell. And if you're ready to sell in the next year, paint, clean your windows, deal with the popcorn ceiling and the old wallpaper, and just stop there. Or better yet, call me and I'll walk through it all with you. Big renovations rarely pay you back. Small, smart fixes almost always do. And the difference between the two could be tens of thousands of dollars in your pocket. If this video was helpful, and I hope it was, hit that like button, subscribe to our community, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And of course, if you know someone who's starting to think about selling their home, please share this with them. I'm Jen with the Jenn Collins Group, and we help people make smart, confident moves here in the East Bay, whether that's next month or a year from now. If you're planning to buy or sell your home in the East Bay, I'd love to guide you through the process. Call or text me at the number below to schedule a complimentary, no obligation strategy session. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.